You're listening to the Call Kent podcast, where Kent C. Dodds answers questions and gives insights to software engineers like you. Now, let's hear the call.
Hi, Kent. I'm just curious to know, simple question, to get as a competent sort of developer, coder type person, how long a day do you code, especially at the beginning of your career?
And that was the call. Here's what Kent had to say.
Hey, Farouk, thanks for the question. So, this is going to vary. It's kind of funny that you asked this now because there's something going on around on X right now, this shiptalkers.dev that compares how much you tweet or post on X versus how much you commit to GitHub. And I've got on here, I have 4,000 commits. So over 4,000, a lot. I commit a lot. I'm writing a lot of code. But I also post on X a ton. I have over 12,000 posts on X in the time period that I think it's like the last 30 days or something. That seems like a lot, actually. How many commits do I have in the last 30 days? I don't think I have that many. Maybe this is the last year or something. But in any case, I have posted and committed many times. How much time do you spend coding? I think it's going to be different for everybody. I would say early on in my career, I spent a lot more time working on like projects, little apps and things for myself. And then as time wore on, I got a lot more involved in open source and working on things that had a bigger impact on more people. And now many of the things that I'm working on involve education type stuff. So whether that's material or the app that I use for people to consume that material. And then, of course, my own website is all on GitHub as well. And so like the website itself, but also the content on that website is in GitHub too. So anyway, I think you're trying to maybe look for a specific number of hours or something like that. And it's really going to depend on a lot of factors, like what are you looking to get out of your coding experience and what direction do you want to take your career and stuff. So I can't really give you a solid answer, but I can say from my early days of coding, I probably spent at least 20 hours of coding. And then the other 20 hours was meetings and other things. But actually, like thinking about it a little bit more, I probably closer to 30 hours in the early days. I would also code a lot on like in evenings and weekends and stuff too. These days, I probably still code around 20 hours a week that I'm actively writing software. Well, it'll vary even week to week. Like sometimes I'm coding a lot less than others. I could definitely, I imagine that there are some weeks that I code like 10 hours or even less. And like it'll also depend on, am I traveling and do I have a project that I'm actively working on, or am I recording a bunch of videos right now? So it is going to be different for everybody, and I don't think that there is a very good way to measure a particular like amount of time spent coding. And like I've also had jobs where we had a really serious push to get to production and to launch something. And I remember spending many, many hours developing some software and probably coded for like 60 hours, just straight coding, no meetings, whatever, just coding for like 60 hours for 2 or 3 weeks in a row. So it varies. I don't think that there's a requirement of time at the keyboard for being a really good developer or anything like that. But I can say that if what you want is to develop really, really great skills at software development, then spending more time doing that will get you there quicker. Okay, I think that answers the question. Thank you for asking. Have a wonderful day.
This has been the Call Kent podcast. Learn more about Kent at kentcdodds.com and get your own questions answered at kentcdodds.com/calls.